We have today with us up in front President Kirk Schulz, Provost April Mason, Carolyn Jackson, Lauren Koepp, Kent Bradley, and Petros Levis. We appreciate their being with us. Well, this is indeed a great day for us. A day when we celebrate the first major expansion to Justin Hall in its over 50-year history. Justin Hall opened its doors in 1960, and the dedication took place in September of that year. That dedication program spanned 2 days and included a 2-page list of speakers. You're getting the Twitter version, not the encyclopedia version today. We're delighted that one of the participants in that ceremony of opening Justin Hall, who participated as a student, is back with us today. So you might find Judy Mai Millen somewhere in the crowd here. There she is in the back. Thanks for joining us. Judy has a rather unique history with this building that none of the rest of us here can claim. Also with us today are 2 deans who shared this vision of expanding Justin Hall to meet student needs. And with us are Barbara Stowe and Howard Stowe and Carol Kellett. Thank you for being with us. Every great achievement has heroes. And this wonderful new construction has many heroes. First and foremost among those heroes are the donors, whose generosity made everything possible. Everything. I especially thank Betty Toynton for giving me hope that this was possible. And I send out another thank you to Carl and Mary Ice for giving me hope that we could actually conclude this project. And although this project was privately funded, it did require institutional support. So thank you, President Schulz and Vice President of Finance Bruce Schubert, for funding all the upgrades that the original building had to have by virtue of fire marshal mandates. So we're grateful for that. And to April Mason, who is the Provost of the University, for supporting costs of technology for the new addition. We're appreciative to Abe Fateh, Director of Facility Planning, for assigning Mark George to be the K-State Project Manager. Mark, it was always a pleasure to work with you. I'm looking over here, that's where I last saw him. Oh, there he is, up and back, okay. I also appreciate the mentoring that Dave Fritchen, who is head of the Department of Architectural Engineering and Construction Sciences, provided as we started the project. Getting off to a good start makes a tremendous difference in getting to a great outcome. Project architects were PGAV, and we'll mention here Mike Schatz, project principal Michelle Gangle, project coordinator, and especially Dave Worthington, project architect, for his creative design of highly functional space. These architects are here today. If after the ceremony you want to see them, I'm sure they'll be happy to visit with you. And we're especially proud of our very own interior design graduate, Katie Dunn, who created a vibrant, welcoming interior. The architects worked hand in hand with Hutton Construction Company, who built the facility, and we especially appreciate the work of Jim Kessler, Curtis Calvert, and everyone's local hero, Chris Koenig, who kept the project on time, in budget, and who worked with several firms represented here today to create an environment that exceeded everybody's expectations. I am delighted to introduce some of the firms who have representatives here today. High Tech Interiors, Walter P. Moore, Schwab Eaton, Ron Fowles Construction, Blue Veil Nursery, and Roy Garrett Exhibit Design and Production. This was a team that got this job done. We are also grateful for the willingness of college faculty and students and staff to accommodate all the inconveniences that go with a project of this scope. College heroes of special note are Rita Newell, the college CFO, who did all the daily coordination of the project on behalf of the college. Peggy Honey, Associate Professor of Interior Design, who provided consultation and support throughout the project. Maren Dowland, College Systems Administrator, who, along with ITech, guided the choices and installation of technology. Michael Dudek, Associate Professor of Interior Design, who designed the display case on second floor, among other contributions. And to Debbie Hyatt for her amazing oversight of the finishing touches. Finally, we're grateful to Fred Chalik, Larry Fox, and especially Jennifer Retley Thomas for the K-State Foundation for their essential support of this project. A construction project of this magnitude has far-reaching impacts. We're grateful for the tremendous support of our neighbors across the street, President Kirk and Dr. Noel Schulz, who, lucky for us, remained supportive throughout the sometimes noisy construction process. I am proud to introduce to you President Kirk Schulz as he brings greetings in honor of this celebration.
Well, I can certainly attest that the construction workers were here very early on many, many mornings. So, but what a great sound to wake up to in many mornings is really seeing our campus undergo growth, to see one of our truly outstanding colleges at Kansas State University to get a much-needed facilities enhancement. And I'd like to once again express my sincere appreciation to our donors and our alumni and all the folks that work to make this project a reality. When I was getting ready to come to Kansas State, I was doing all this research and looking at the different colleges and what their enrollments were and research. And I remember I looked, and here was this College of Human Ecology that had these astronomical numbers when it came to research and student load and all of these different kinds of things. And I remember thinking at first, and this was before I'd ever stepped foot on the campus, these numbers can't be correct. I'm sure there's some sort of an error. But I'll tell you what, as I got here, and as April and I and other administrators got a chance to know this college, this is truly one of the high-performing units on our campus. They do over $20 million annually in competitive funded research. They have 2,500 majors. They've got faculty that are leaders across our campus. And folks, this is a fun group to be around. When we get to come over, we always have a good time. And it's not because that these are not high-performing folks, but they really like working here. They like working with students. And folks, that's infectious. And it's part of what makes my job particularly fun. Interestingly, a project like this is like many we have on our campus. People talk about them for a long, long time. And you've got different times and stops and starts, but really to make something like this go, it takes the energy, the passion, the vision of an individual. And you need a group of people to get there, but you got to have somebody kind of out front pushing all the time that believes that this can happen. And I want to expressly acknowledge our dean, Virginia Moxley, for the great job that she did in making this a reality. So Virginia, please stand and let's recognize you. The other person, though, that I really want to acknowledge is Jennifer Thomas, and she is the Chief Development Officer for the College of Human Ecology. We go on lots and lots of trips together, and I have a chance to have visited many of the folks that have really helped with this building. And Jennifer is one of the modern age of women that can do it all. So we were getting on a plane flight, and it was getting a little late, and the door was almost shutting, and Jennifer gets on there, and we go off to Dallas to do a terrific set of visits, and we go, well, why were you late? Well, it was first day of school, and she had to get her sons up and take pictures before they left so that she could get to the plane on time. So she's a great fundraiser, a great mom, a great wife, and folks, just being with her makes me tired. But anyway, Jennifer, please. So interestingly, Justin Hall was named for Margaret Justin, who at the time was the youngest home economics dean in the nation when she began her appointment in 1923. She was dean until 1954, and interestingly, we like to reuse facilities on our campus, and at that time, the program was in Calvin Hall, which now is where we have a College of Business, and one of our new construction projects will be a new business building, so we'll be taking bets on what we're going to use Calvin for next. So, but anyway, finally, the building is beautiful. The folks did a great job. I had a chance to walk through here a couple weeks ago when the construction was done. The furniture was here, but there was nothing up on the walls in terms of signage and things like that. And folks, this is really, truly one of the great instructional teaching areas of our campus. It looks fantastic. I didn't know what a Wordle was a year ago, and now, if you haven't had a chance, make sure you walk through there. And I think it describes the nature of this college, the students, the faculty, the staff, the alumni, better than just about anything else. So I encourage you, take some time today after we do all this, walk down there and spend some time looking at, reading it, and I think you'll really make it feel like this is truly home. So folks, thank you for being here. Thank you to our folks that invested your financial resources into making this a reality, and I look forward to continuing great things out of our College of Human Ecology. Thank you.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce to you Provost April Mason, who is the Senior Vice President of the university and a Professor of Human Nutrition. April.
Well, I don't know if it's much consolation to you, Jenny, but I will tell you what my mother said on my wedding day when it was raining. It's good luck, dear. It's good luck. So you have a lot of good luck. Didn't help my wedding, but it was just wet. It's really been an honor to be a part of this, and I will liken back to one of the visits through this building under construction with Mary and Carl, and Tom, you were pushing Ginny around in a wheelchair at the time, and we all had hard hats. I'm sure we looked quite the crowd. But we knew we were a part of something exciting. And this addition, with its classrooms, is so highly conducive to teaching and learning for our students. And I know most of them are behind me, but we're really excited to have this facility for you. The administrative offices, the conference rooms, designed with the maximum of functionalities, really, truly exciting. They look professional, they look educational, and they also look very, very inviting. As our president just said, the College of Human Ecology is truly an innovator in many, many ways, and I'll just highlight a couple that I'm particularly proud of this college for. Internationalization of its curriculum, allowing our students to have experiences that make them ready for this global economy we live in. Providing exceptional distance education opportunities with the GP Idea program and many others that have really been leading in our nation in terms of distance education. And truly, that growing portfolio of extramurally funded projects and scholarly work that this faculty works so hard to do. To make that possible, we need the very best facilities to work from, and we're really excited to have them today. I know well, having been a dean of a college very, very similar to this one, that it's a very complex mix of academic programs, centers, institutes, clinics, and even a museum. It needs to be a very diverse set of things because we deal in human ecology with the critical issues of the lives of individuals, of families, and communities. All elements of this college can capitalize on this wonderful, wonderful new space. We had our first Dean's Council meeting of the academic year on the first day of classes in this building in one of the conference rooms. Ginny hosted us. It was really fun to be in this building for the first time when you students were here. The places that Ginny said, we've designed this so the students can plug in their mobile devices. We've designed this so students can come together and talk around a topic. On the very first day of classes at 1 o'clock, they were all doing that, and it was so exciting to see. I want to congratulate my friend, my colleague, Dean Moxley, for her work to accomplish this edition. This edition started with a dream. It endured an economic recession. It dealt with many challenges, and yet it never lost its stride because Dean Moxley never lost the courage to continue to move forward. As the president did, I also thank Jenny Rutley Thomas. She and Dean Moxley were and continue to be the dynamic duo. They were assisted by many faculty. They've been named, I thank you, staff, and students to make this dream a reality. I give a sincere thanks to each and every one of them. To our donors, thank you so much for your contributions. To those of us who will be in this building and utilize it, we are so very fortunate. Jenny, you are the consummate team leader and dream engager. Thank you.
Next, Carolyn Jackson, who is chairperson of our College of Human Ecology Alumni Board and executive director of the American Association of Family and Consumer Sciences, will bring greetings from our alumni.
How exciting it is to be a part of this celebration, to see the expansion come to fruition. I would have to say that at the last time I was asked to speak at a building dedication was in another state for another institution, and the department chair started her remarks with, "The fundraising effort for this building has passed 3 presidents, 4 provosts, and 5 development officers." So we do things faster in Kansas. And we have much more stable leadership. It really is a building that is a tribute to the character of the college. And as alumni, one of our board meetings, we determined what we thought was the character and characteristics of our college. We think we're very approachable, that we're very inclusive, that we're very future forward, we're very collaborative, and you notice all the space where students could come together and work on projects. We're also a group that knows how to push boundaries, and I think that's sort of code for high performing in the most positive of ways. And why wouldn't it be reflective of this? Because we had a graduate of our college who actually helped and was instrumental in picking out the decor. Now, not having really been involved in this kind of a process before, I'd have to tell you that I sort of had this vision of having an opportunity to choose from 4 government-issued chairs, beige, brown, or beige and brown. And so to see an interior that is both very calming and relaxing and yet very exciting is just wonderful. Dedicating this expansion really pays heritage to, the limestone part of it really pays heritage to the buildings on campus that really house our curriculum or our discipline. In fact, it was Kedzie Hall, which in 1898 was the first building in the world to be an academic home of domestic science. It was named after the fabulous, dynamic Nellie Kedzie, who has been tagged as creating the Western home economics movement. It was one of 3 named buildings on campus at the time. Now, since then, I'm pleased to say that we have built many buildings across the nation and around the world, whether you call them human ecology, human sciences, human environmental sciences, family and consumer sciences. We are visible everywhere. But now, particularly with the expansion of Justin Hall, we really believe that we are among the finest in facilities. Not only do we produce a great facility, but I think we're also, call me biased, very good at producing great alumni. In fact, all you have to do, you look down this hallway at the 2012 Alumni Award winners and think about what they have achieved and accomplished. We were able to do that last night in celebrating with a wonderful dinner here. But nationally, having a chance to really see professionals in our discipline come together, many of them have a Kansas State Human Ecology connection. In fact, we were at a Board on Human Sciences meeting. I bet there were maybe 40 or 45 people there asked to introduce themselves, and the whole first row had some kind of a connection to Kansas State University and College of Human Ecology. And of course, where do the leaders sit but on the first row? I think there was one person, we sort of adopted her by the time it was over with, so she could come into the fold. So we do produce professionals that are very capable, who know how to lead, and we're very grateful for that. So on behalf of the college's alumni, again, I want to thank the people that have made this possible, the donors, President Schulz, Provost Mason, obviously Jenny and Jen. They're a duo that you just don't say no to. I mean, that really isn't an option, but they really have a great way of articulating the needs of the college and how your contributions will help. Obviously, we have the dean, I call them the dean's team, and they're everywhere, always in the back, taking care of the details. The faculty and the students that will be good stewards of our space. So again, what a fabulous time it is in the history of our discipline, in the history of the College of Human Ecology at Kansas State University. And although we're gathered today to celebrate a thing, we know that this is a college that puts people first.
Next, we'll hear from Lauren Koepp, President of the College of Human Ecology Student Council and a senior in interior design. She will make comments on behalf of the Human Ecology students. Lauren.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. This is such an honor for me to be a part of this event, and so thank you for everyone that has been involved, everyone that has contributed to this beautiful space. On behalf of the student body of the College of Human Ecology College, thank you for being here today. This edition has brightened up the building that many of us already view as home. The beautiful spaces that you have contributed towards allow a very positive and uplifting learning environment for faculty, students, and visitors alike. Reminiscing on my first visit to K-State brings up great memories. I remember walking up to Justin Hall for the first time on a gorgeous Kansas spring day, so that was working for you guys. I'm from Texas, so spring here is 10 times more beautiful than Texas springs. And so as I was walking up, I had a heart full of both hope and uncertainty, but I was happy all the same. I call it what you will, but I had a good feeling about this place. After meeting with interior design faculty and students, simply I was impressed. After coming to K-State and making friends in both my major and in others and taking classes in other departments, I realized just how great our college is. I'd like to address the college's motto, and I know it's being mixed up recently, but it's something that we as students are reminded of almost daily as we walk through these halls. In a world focused on things, we focus first on people. And yes, the addition and renovations are beautiful, and yes, all the new gadgets are fun and cool, but this addition will impact so many students in more ways than you may think. It will be the College of Human Ecology's driving force, fueled by pride, to continue the excellence it has already established. I really don't think we could thank you enough for not only giving us something new, shiny, and exciting, but for giving us the opportunity to grow to the greatest potential we can as students. Also, thank you for giving future students a chance to feel the same pride that we feel as they visit and travel through their university years with this college as their home. Thank you again.
Next, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Kent Bradley, a 1988 alumnus of Human Nutrition, a former student body president of K-State, a 1999 College of Human Ecology Alumni Fellow, 2002 College of Human Ecology Public Advocacy Award recipient, we just don't let him leave, and currently, in addition to working at KU, in the KU Medical School and running his own private practice, he is the chairman of the board of directors of the K-State Alumni Association. Welcome, Kent.
It's an honor to be here today as part of the Alumni Association Board of Directors and also as a Human Ecology grad back in '88, to be here and recognize the folks that were recognized last night. Last night, the College of Human Ecology presented its annual Alumni Awards. These do two things. First, they honor and recognize outstanding graduates of this college, people that have stood out among the crowd in their own professions for which this college trained them. And secondly, it's also a chance for this college to keep track of some of its bright and shining alumni as they proceed on with their careers. So we would like to introduce today and have them stand if they are present, the 2012 College of Human Ecology Alumni Award recipients. The 2012 Young Professional Award goes to Dr. Josh Umbear of Wichita, owner of Atlas MD Concierge Family Practice in Wichita. The 2012 Entrepreneurial Award goes to Nancy Scully, Colorado Springs, Colorado, CEO of Colorado Engineering. The 2012 Public Advocacy Award goes to Sean Sullivan, now of Topeka, Kansas, who is Secretary of the Kansas Department of Aging and Disability Services. The 2012 Distinguished Service Award is Laura Gilbert, Orlando, Florida, Senior Director of Food and Nutrition Services, Orange County Public Schools. The 2012 Executive Leadership Award went to Diane Parks of Westlake Village, California, Vice President of Sales for Amgen. The 2012 College Human Ecology Partner Award went to Scott Rice Office Works. Is there a representative from there? This year's Distinguished Research Award went to Mary Frances Nettles, Director of Applied Research at the National Food Service Management Institute, and she, we know, is unable to attend today. And the 2012 Human Ecology Friend of the College Award went to Mary Veneer, Manhattan, Kansas, President of Grand Mirror Development and a classmate of mine, and we know she's unable to attend. But if you didn't get a chance to see about them, their bios and other information is also on the Human Ecology website. Outstanding award winners for this year's 2012 Human Ecology.
We are indeed proud of our award winners this year and in previous years. They make us look really good. Next, Petros Levis, who is an alumnus of K-State in food science 3 times, 1988, 93, and 98. He got here, he loved the place, he stayed. He is Director of Medallion Labs for General Mills and recipient of the 2006 College Partner Award, was our 2010 Alumni Fellow, and he's the immediate past chair of the College of Human Ecology Alumni Board of Directors. And Petros is going to move us to the really exciting part of this ceremony.
Thank you, Dean. Thanks for everybody for being here. If you're counting chairs, I'm the last chair, so you know what that means. It means it's the moment we've waited for. So before I proceed, I would like to take a moment and acknowledge the donors that are not here today. Ruth Lee, California, Pat and Larry Kendall, Fort Collins, Bernard and Sherry Butler, Manhattan, Kansas, Bruce and Jean Johnson, Los Gatos, California, Sally and Thane Baker, Granbury, Texas, Rich and Sarah Porter, Reading, Kansas, Amy and Patrick Chu, Hong Kong, China, and Laura and Don McCann, San Diego, California. So now, at this time, it is my honor to invite all the donors, when your names are called, to please proceed behind here to participate in the ceremony of the cutting of the ribbon. Please grab a pair of scissors, and it's pretty crowded, so no running with scissors here, please. So, Kay Newell, please. Betty and Gary Losher. Janet Heidman. Lucille Hawks. Georgia Chandler. Mary and Carl Ice. Virginia and Tom Moxley. Bob and Betty Toyton. Sharon and Samuel Nichols. John McKay. John is here today on behalf of his father, Robert. This gift is made in memory of Robert's wife, Louise E. Boyle McCain. She was a graduate of 1940 of the College of Human Ecology. Carol Kellett. Bill Meredith. Carolyn Jackson. President Schulz, Provost. Lauren, will you please join us? You want us to move the chairs? We could. 1, 2, 3. Dean, that concludes our. Yeah.
Thank you all. We do have tours, very informal. Just look through our Student Services Center and Dean's office right here, our wonderful new classrooms and conference rooms over here. And we do have cupcakes, punch, and lots of M&Ms. It's a celebration. Thanks for being with us.